Cobra Kai, a series reintroducing millions of new viewers to the Karate Kid saga through the eyes of Johnny Lawrence. Spanning several seasons and with surprise cameos, a lot of people would deem this show a success, but not me. It completely abandoned its premise by season 3. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, first things first, I am not a hater, okay? I swear I'm not. Look, if you look right here, I'll bring this picture into focus. This is Slim E.G.O, circa 2016, with the great William Zabka, the man that plays Johnny Lawrence. And here's not so Slim E.G.O with my man Stuntman, with Martin Cove, the man that plays John Kreese. Okay, guys, I'm not a hater. I'm just saying, as this show has gone on, it's completely abandoned its premise and its promise to the viewers. Why should you believe me? That's easy. Because of the double whose door is always open. Gandalf left the gray and the white because I'm all black. Jordy LaForge, Captain This Enterprise, the Swag King with a crown. Shout out to Sunday Swagger, the long lost homie of Zach Morris and AC Slater, since y'all got jokes, and Sweet Chocolate, Jesus as proclaimed by Roman of the Empire himself. I'm Left Eye Eel, and let's get it. All right, so 5 ways in which Cobra Kai lost the plot. First one's up, they completely ruined the legacies of both Miyagi and Daniel. So Karate Kid actually begins with a young man that's trying to deal with a new move to a new area, make friends, and defend himself against the schoolyard bully. And through Miyagi and learning self-defense, he learns self-confidence, clarity, learns how to defend himself, and has inner peace. My man is smoking on that Primo Namaste pack. This Daniel now is completely the opposite. He's impulsive, jealous, vindictive, ready to fight at the drop of the hat, or otherwise fine, as we say in these streets.
Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
Oh, and don't get me started on how the way he treats his kids, because all you gotta say is there's a message from Miyagi, or there's this secret box that has Miyagi's name on it, and my man Daniel is out. He don't care about nobody. He don't care about his kids. He don't care about Amanda. He don't care about nothing. So all you got to do is say Miyagi. He abandons everybody. Miyagi started out as a man that learned self-defense from his fisherman father, emigrates to Hawaii, where he serves in the military during World War II, who winds up losing his wife and son during his wife's childbirth. He meets Daniel, who becomes his surrogate son. He is patient, trustworthy, and has honor. This Miyagi now is somewhere between John Wick and Jason Bourne, a seedy part-time boxing club owner who does bootleg kumites in communist China and who's got a higher kill count than Miyamoto Masashi. Gross. Reason 2, needless cameos. I get it. You're reviving a franchise that's almost 4 decades in, and you want to do some kind of fan service. You know what? Let's just, while we're spitballing this, and feel free to say no, I say let's bring in more of the cameos that Daniel would know. So who's the little Japanese boy in Cobra Kai 2? Ooh, Chosen? Fantastic. I'm frozen when it's Chosen. Oh, and let's also bring in Terry Silver, because he was bad too. And you know what? If we're going to do that, let's just bring in the Barnes guy, because who doesn't love a bad boy? Now, if only there were a song for my response to that meeting. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This show became so obsessed with what if cameos that it actually took away the focus of what Cobra Kai was actually supposed to be about, which will be in reason number 5. Reason 3. Violence Solves Everything is the name of this show. Because have you seen these little bastards? They're running around fighting every damn where. The strip mall, the regular mall, at prom, in Daniel's house, at school. No structure is safe from violence from these kids. And let's not mention that whole suck a black guy tournament. It's not suck a black guy tournament. Touch a titai. George Takai. The Sakai Takai tournament, where it's just a full-on brawl between kids and adults. I swear to God, these kids getting more fights than the damn Power Rangers. I was waiting for Rita Repulsa herself to show up at one point.
they're right there for us, Goldar.
Most of all, it looks like everyone has used violence and their character has devolved as the show has gone on, especially Daniel's own kids. They go from having decent relationships, making good grades, and being nice to one another to fighting at the drop of the hat and being a bully to the new kid on the block. Reason 4. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Case in point, this show started with, hey, let's find out what Johnny's been up to since he got his ass kicked by Daniel in Karate Kid 1. Now I'm trying to figure out, why are we learning about Johnny Lawrence's mentor's best friend and John Kreese's trainer's daughter in Korea? This is way too much for a show that should have built in a simple premise. And because you've log jammed it with all these damn origin stories, we have to have Cobra Kai season 6 split into 3 parts. Bitch, you ain't Game of Thrones? 5th and final reason Cobra Kai lost the plot, they forgot this was the hero's journey. This was supposed to be about Johnny Lawrence's journey and to show us, the viewer, past and present, that even though something very terrible can happen in Act 1 of your life, there's still time to make a change, set that goal, meet it, repair your relationships, and most of all, forgive yourself. I don't think there's any episode that's more emblematic of what Cobra Kai should have been than I think it's season 2, episode 6, Take a Right Turn, where Johnny gets the call that Tommy is dying. He meets up with Bobby and Jimmy and the rest of the crew of the original Cobra Kai, and they actually break out Tommy for like a one last hurrah. You know, they're on their motorbikes that were symbolic of the bikes that they used to have in Karate Kid 1. And you learn that, you know, Bobby's a decent guy. He's actually a pastor, stewarding souls. Tommy actually reminds Johnny that, hey, you should live life to the fullest even though I'm dying. You are more than capable of having enough time to actually repair your relationships and get what it is you want out of life. And he reminds him, hey, you're the champ, so act like it. And the fact that it was 40 years and all 4 of these guys could still kick ass in that bar fight was awesome as well. That's actually how you create meaningful moments. That's how you call back real cameos that actually hold weight in the plot and structure of the entire show and tells you what Cobra Kai is actually about. The hero's journey from their perspective, from the fall to the rise. Hell, I could even fix Cobra Kai, and the fact is it would take 3 seasons. First season is Johnny Lawrence just getting his shit together and forming Cobra Kai. Second season in him actually mentoring and training Miguel while trying to repair the relationship with his estranged son, Robbie. And by season 3, you've got Miguel actually in the All Valley, which is all we cared about. We didn't need all these extra damn tournaments, just the All Valley. Season 3 is him being in the All Valley, and there's controversy because Daniel is actually ahead of the board of the All Valley and does not want Cobra Kai to compete. Johnny Lawrence actually talks to him, convinces him without having to use fists because we're fucking adults. And he says, you know what? You do deserve a second chance. Cobra Kai is in the championship. And through that, Johnny actually reignites Daniel's passion for martial arts, and you get a legitimate Karate Kid spin-off series by itself. Hell, even if you put them as it is, there's no way that Amanda trying to console Tori makes any damn sense. The fact that you had Bobby, who was a pastor, stewarding of souls, and a mentor to others, was not utilized to actually help Tori at a moral inflection point by season 5 is all the reasoning you need for knowing this show has completely lost the plot. I'll even do you one better. If you want to actually have one of Daniel's kids trained by Johnny Lawrence, you could have actually done it to where it's his son Anthony or his daughter Sam. You know, hey, dad's a little uptight. I want to learn from someone who he constantly talks about for some reason, even though it was 40 years ago. She or he seeks out Johnny Lawrence while he's forming Cobra Kai. He trains them in secret because the kids don't want to tell dad about it. And by season 3, you have the big reveal. You know, that Daniel is head of the All Valley Association and blocking Cobra Kai. The kids make an emotional plea to their father that this man has actually trained me, instilled me with self-discipline and confidence. And Johnny Lawrence gets to say, hey, now in turn, I get to be the Miyagi to your kids that Miyagi was to you. Bam. Season 3 is done, show's a hit, and you get an actual Karate Kid spinoff. But what do you think? Am I ego tripping? Like, but ego, the show runs much better with Daniel in the lead of Cobra Kai. Or is your boy onto something? Squabble up with me in the comments. And if you love my absolutely base takes, check out these next videos.